love to. So it was the Women in Spirit Retreat series, and the first one was all about cultivating self-worth and confidence. Sachi is an amazing native healer who I met earlier this year. I took this course with her in June, and I got so much out of it that I wanted to present it to people in a space that was in nature. And so we had it at Luminous Consciousness Advancement Center, which is a collective evolution-based center which holds events and retreats and so much. And it's in nature. It's in Mulmer, Ontario, about an hour outside of Toronto.
Wow.
And it's on 25 acres, beautiful forest. We just put up a sweat lodge today, actually.
Awesome.
So, really exciting.
That's pretty cool.
Get in contact with me, anyone who's listening who is looking to do these types of things. But the retreat was beautiful. All day Saturday, Sachi did the course, and I taught I taught yoga class in the morning the next day, and I led a visualization meditation. We had a fire ceremony, and
nice.
It was beautiful. Great food, and 10 women. Everyone got. It was like they were dorm style rooms, and it was such a awesome time to connect with like-minded individuals. And the last thing we did was make vision boards, because we cleared so much of what wasn't working in our lives on the Saturday. And then by the time we got to the Sunday in the afternoon, we had such a more clearer vision of what we want our future to look like. And it was so awesome that these women got to walk away with something that they can always refer back to, you know?
Awesome. That's wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And so we're holding another one in February where I think the theme is going to be surrounding forgiveness. But yeah,
nice.
I'll let you guys know for sure what it is.
Yes, absolutely. Forgiveness is a big thing, and along with forgiveness, there's also the resentment.
Yeah.
So that's something that people need to get over, and it's very, very, very important to learn forgiveness, especially with yourself.
Yeah, I know. I got a big lesson because, like, forgiveness for me is one of those things. Like, okay, I can conceptualize it. I get it. Okay, I know I should forgive this person or whatever. But it was really in Ecuador that I learned about forgiveness, and it actually starts with you and forgiving yourself for having the feelings about this person or about this thing that happened. And actually, I want to tell everyone about a technique that really helped me, and it's by the Hobo Pono. It's called Hobo Pono.
Yes.
Yeah, technique. And it's just 4 phrases. I love you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Please forgive me. Thank you.
Yep.
And you say this to yourself over and over again about a situation or a person. And it's kind of like magical that what happens in your life. And Google it. You can learn about why this technique is amazing and how it originated in Hawaii, and the story about the doctor and stuff that goes into it. But forgiveness is a huge thing, and I learned a lot in Ecuador about that and letting go of things that were not serving me anymore.
Absolutely, because you can't forgive anybody until you've actually forgiven yourself, and that's what people don't understand.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why, our show is all about really empowering yourself and your future, because it all begins within yourself first. That's what, Janet and I will share this so much with our listeners. But do you have anything else you want to share for somebody who's going through some tough times right now? They're having a spiritual awakening, because there's so many people that I meet, from younger to older, that, for me, it's just really dealing with it is having a support group to reach out, because a lot of people, they feel like they're alone, right?
Yeah.
So anything you'd like to share about if someone is going through what you've gone through?
Yeah.
That you can...
I can help. Yeah, for sure. Like you said, John, like support groups are amazing. Like finding meetups and going on Facebook and joining different groups. There are groups out there. It's really a matter of taking initiative and just putting yourself out there. Don't think too much, and shift into heart base. I think that is so, like, one of the first steps is moving down from your head to your heart, and also writing. Writing has changed my life completely. I think I have like 12 journals filled since I was 21. Not only is it amazing content for when you want to write a book later in your life, but it really helps you get out your true emotions and feelings. So I did the Artist Way 4 years ago. Artist Way is amazing for anyone that feels blocked in any way in their life. It's a 12-week kind of program, and it's by Julia Cameron. And one of the best things that I've learned along my journey is morning pages. Morning pages is 3 pages that you write every single morning. It's the first thing that you do when you wake up. Before you grab your phone or before you grab your coffee or anything, before you talk to anyone, you sit down and you write 3 pages. And even if you don't know what to write, you write, I don't know what to write. Even if it's song lyrics, it's about free conscious writing and just getting it out, getting into the habit. And what it really does is it connects you deeply to high self and your spirit, and it lets it flow, and it really, really can empower your life. So I really suggest, or I recommend people to at least try it for a week. Morning pages and meditation. Come on, John. Meditation.
And another question is, do you think, for collective evolution, that you'll be sharing more of, some of the techniques on the website? How
we have so much content about that.
Right.
So see, on the surface, for anyone that doesn't know collective evolution or CE, on the surface, it's an amazing independent media source that spans everything from health and wellness to cutting edge science to meditation to Syria to Standing Rock. So it covers everything, but it's done in a very grounded and truth based way. We look at issues or stories from a bird's eye perspective, from a conscious kind of perspective. How is this serving? And it's challenging because, when you're dealing with really raw or dense stories, and some people can't even fathom how can you see the silver lining in this? But you know what? There is, because the nature of our reality is that there is no good, there is no bad, there is no right, there is no wrong. There just is. And events happen. And so it's kind of like taking that perspective to another level as well, and seeing the totality and how we can bring in solutions. Because when you're thinking on a bird's eye view kind of perspective and totality kind of way, solutions can come through. And this is where creative thinking can come in, and we can solve problems when we all kind of think like this. And don't forget about collective consciousness. What are you uploading to the field? Are you uploading anger and sadness and stuff like that? Or are you uploading gratitude and love and positivity and stuff? So this is how every single person is part of the shift that's happening right now. And if you think, oh, little old me, what can I do? Yeah, you can do a lot. Instead of arguing with your friend or your mother or whatever, try to listen a little bit more, or take a breath. And you don't have to put it out there like that. But CE, yes, please check out the website. We have so much content on anything from spirituality to meditation and tips on how to improve different aspects of your life, like how to bring in more focus or more discipline and stuff. And it's a well of a resource, and so there's so much content out there on our website. So like the page, check out the website, and just type in anything that you're really looking for, and I promise you it's there, from chakra healing to understanding your emotions on a more deeper level. There's something out there for everyone. And sorry, go ahead.
No, the website is great. What the content and the quality. For me personally, I love it because it's real, it's authentic. It's something that that we're trying to do in the radio, because it's the real deal, you know, and some of the stories that you covered. I mean, Jen, how Rajie and I met is through one of our future guests is Bonti. So we're gonna have him on a as a guest too. I met her. She was interviewing him, and I thought it's phenomenal. And the coverage that you've done actually,
thank you,
went viral. It was great.
Yeah, thank you. And we just got back from Standing Rock, and I want everyone to know that Collective Evolution is independent. We're not funded by any government or any corporation like other kind of mainstream media. So this is literally for the people, by the people, pretty much. And we just finished a funding campaign for CE News. We're taking the news to the next level, really, and we want to be right up there with mainstream media kind of thing, and giving independent stories and stories that maybe they wouldn't touch a voice. And my dream is to bring together all the independent and alternative medias together under the kind of like the CE umbrella, and hopefully we can throw to our partners at Truth Theory or Free Thought Project, and let's see what's going on with our buddies on the other side there. So really bringing all the independent and alternative medias together under a coalition is something that we're really working on right now, especially in the face of the fake news kind of barrage.
Absolutely.
And I also stress digital media literacy for everyone, and waking people up, question things, not taking everything on face value, do your research, and if you love sites like ours, like CE, go directly to the website. A lot of people are getting their news and stuff from Facebook, and Facebook is censoring so much. As soon as that fake news bomb dropped, we were in Standing Rock actually, and we noticed our numbers had changed. And I don't know, we're still building a case and really kind of dialing in on this, but it seems very suspicious, to be honest. And I stress that everyone kind of go to your websites that you frequently like to get your news from, because hey, your news feed is going to be censored pretty much, and I don't understand why Facebook should be the one that's governing what's news and what's not news. You know what I mean? Do we really need them to tell us? We're not children, we can do our own research.
It's a conspiracy, but there was a couple of weeks ago, there was a post, I don't know all the details, but there was a post out, and there was a lot of changes that Facebook was going through and a lot of changes that they were making, and it would affect anybody that has business pages or businesses in different aspects. Yep. So basically, I guess also indirectly, maybe they're more forcing a hand to people have more paid advertisements or paid campaigns or that. But at the end of the day, they're starting to get a little bit controlling too,
Right.
Exactly.
So it's really looking at
publishers.
Looking at the different ways outside of social media or outside of Facebook, because the one thing people don't realize is if anything happens and Facebook shuts down, you're lost. So it's really looking at what are the other avenues that you can actually access the same information, and make sure that, you might go onto Facebook and you might like it on Facebook, don't get me wrong, but always make sure that that if anything should happen, you know where to get that same content from.
Yes,
so make sure you're in tune with the website or in tune with whoever's doing it or handling it or managing it.
Yeah, and it's always good to have that backup, because I think publishers are getting hit the hardest right now. But then it's funny, because if you look at the CNNs or the NBC pages and some other kind of mainstream pages, their numbers are fine. I feel
but they pay. They're governed. Don't forget, it's not by the people for the people either. You know what I mean? So they're censored, they're sponsored, they're organized, they have rules and restrictions that basically you don't have. Right? So they can't be touched.
And, so that's why I encourage people to really vote with your dollar and understand, we just finished a funding campaign, and if anyone wants to see more of CE News or anything like that, I encourage you to support the news that you want, and vote with your dollar that way. So, it's an interesting interesting time right now with the media.
Absolutely. And, you know, do you have any new projects that you're working on that, that's coming up that you can share with us? Or,
so
we can let our listeners know.
Well, I want to again stress the CE News aspect, and that's kind of a big deal for us because we